What's up guys, it's Cal, and in this video I'm going to talk about the beginning events of Battle for Azeroth, something that I believe will happen in the pre-patch for the expansion, and that's the burning of Teldrassil and the destruction of Lordaeron. Or maybe not the destruction of it, but the take back of it caused by the Alliance. I really want to go in depth into what will happen to the Night Elves of Teldrassil and the Forsaken of Undercity after the events of this occurring. But first, what do we know? So we know that the burning of Teldrassil caused by the Horde happened first. That's what they said at BlizzCon. That's what sparked this expansion and set the gears in motion for Battle for Azeroth. And then in the intro cinematic, we see the Alliance taking back Lordaeron, which apparently what we do in the expansion will take place right after that intro cinematic. Now there have been a lot of theories as to why the Horde would really have a reason to burn down a world tree, other than the ever-growing tension between the factions at the heart of Warcraft. I think that the most plausible theory as to why they would do this is due to the new substance of Azerite. I've seen a few forum posts and Signs of Kalani, who's another YouTuber, talking about this topic, and it essentially goes like this. A world tree, such as Teldrassil, has to be very deep-rooted into the world of Azeroth. So deep-rooted that the traces of Azerite have moved up the tree, which this Azerite substance has bubbled up to the surface of Azeroth, presumably because Sargeras stabs Azeroth right in the Silithus, leaving a very deep wound. And the Horde, of course, want this substance. And then as retaliation, Alliance overthrows Lordaeron. So we know all of that. And something that we also know is that Kalimdor will be controlled by the Horde, whereas Eastern Kingdom will be controlled by the Alliance. Being a Night Elf myself, I'm just very curious as to where my brothers and sisters of the Kaldorei will end up on Eastern Kingdom. And I guess the Forsaken as well, where they'll reside on Kalimdor. So taking a look at Kalimdor, I feel like a very obvious spot for the Forsaken could be Theramore. You know, it got exploded, it pissed off Jaina, and then she went MIA. As of right now, it's just a big crater that's waiting to be rebuilt. Also, Duskwalla Marsh seems like a pretty good spot to fit the Undead theme. As for Eastern Kingdom, well, there's a few places that come to mind. First off, Saradomin. It does seem like a good spot tactically, considering it's surrounded by Wildhammer Dwarves and close to the Argent Crusade. It also does have a lot of Night Elf architecture. Also, Gilneas might be an optimal location. I mean, we did let the Worgen crash in our home since Kata, so it would make some bit of sense. Also, another place that I honestly feel like would be the coolest is Dalaran Crater, having them do something with that and possibly making it the new Night Elf area. Also, with all this territory being taken over, it begs the question as to what will happen to the rest of the continent. I mean, if a level 20 Alliance just steps on Kalimdor, will they get instantly killed by some patrolled guard? I highly doubt that. What I think will happen is previously contested zones will be controlled by the opposite faction. Like both Ashenvale and Stone Talon Mountain, both contested zones following Cataclysm will now be fully Horde controlled. And Hillsbrad Foothills, which really started as a contested and then became Horde controlled after Kata, will now be Alliance controlled. I'm also curious as to see if they'll change any of the Kata zones like Twilight Highlands or Hajal. I mean, if they did, I would assume the Nightborn as an allied race of the Horde would take control of Hajal and the Well of Eternity. There may be some use that comes of that, but I don't know. I guess we'll see as the expansion comes closer. Where do you guys think the Night Elves and Undead will reside when the events of Battle for Azeroth take place? I'm kind of curious. But that's the whole video, guys. If you liked it, you can leave a like on it. You can sub to the channel for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.